Now I know why you're a Cobra Kai. Don't you have a girlfriend? Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to Cobra Kai. We're now in Season 3, Episode 9, which is called Feel the Night. So in the last episode, we had the heads of the 3 karate dojos, Kreese, Daniel, and Johnny all go up to the city council and basically fight to have the All Valley tournament reinstated because they were going to suspend it in light of all of the chaos that's been happening between all the dojos. But thanks to the kids coming through and giving a heartfelt speech as to why karate in itself is not bad and that they really need it for other things, they decided to reinstate it. But of course, things are going to, of course, ramp up between these three dojos now, especially since Kreese got exactly what he wanted, which is another chance to try to improve the reputation of Cobra Kai again. And then we saw that with the kids, that Sam and Miguel are back on track as far as no longer necessarily feuding, and looks like they're going to start to rekindle their little romance. But Robby walked in at the exact wrong moment, and he's taken this as kind of the final betrayal from the quote-unquote good side of his life, and he has retreated to Kreese's corner. And Kreese, of course, could not be more pleased because now he feels like he's got exactly what he needs, not only to get revenge on Johnny, but by extension Daniel, and potentially even use Robby as a way to try to pull Johnny back, which I think is still his ultimate goal despite everything. So I am ready to get into this episode, but before we do, if it's your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you like it here and you think about giving this video a thumbs up. It helps a lot with the algorithm, which means a lot to me. And if you really like it here, hopefully you hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I do more reactions to this show as well as many others that are very similar. And if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Same goes for you. I hope that you like and subscribe because we would love to have you as part of the fam. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into episode 9 right about now. I just realized that is the same actress from the movie. And I watched this before and I didn't realize it was her.
Are you planning to get together with any of the old gang while you're back?
Define old gang. Miss Allie. What made me laugh is it's so funny that when this episode aired, I believe the season 1 of The Boys was airing as well. So it was just so discombobulating to see Elizabeth Shue back in this role after seeing her be such a different character in The Boys. Look at I can't believe that you slept in Johnny's bed. Like, I just feel like his sheets probably haven't been washed ever.
Can I let your guard down?
Funny you should say that. How is your eyeliner so good this first thing in the morning? Johnny's still reeling. Like the fact that she asked him about opening up again and he was like, you know, his mind went directly to Allie. That expression that men, their first love is the love that they never forget is so true.
You want to get lunch?
Do you? Look at him, right back in high school. Well, she asked me out. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's interesting that he's even having this dilemma because it's like he forgets. It's been 30 years, Johnny. She's not the same woman as she was in high school. It's the ideal once again.
Try to hit me.
I'm not going to try to hit you.
What? You scared you're gonna get beat by a girl?
Again.
All right.
No. Oh my God. This is why teenagers are not allowed to touch things.
And then just...
This is not what the dojo was built for.
See?
Do you see how it's being tainted already by Cobra Kai? Eagle Fang, whatever. Eagles don't even have fangs. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do not apologize. I would not apologize. This is his dojo. And his underage daughter. Get out.
And the bike.
What the hell are you doing here?
Mr. Keene is our guest.
Tee tee.
He's the enemy.
You know, when I was overseas, it was hard to tell who was the enemy.
Let's stop with the overseas. Okay.
Enemy of your enemy
Is your friend.
is your friend.
Did I not just say this last episode? But seriously, Eli, have you not figured out this man's a complete sociopath yet? No? Okay.
I don't belong here.
Unless you're running away. That worked out well for you last time.
Who are you? Why are you here? Goodbye, Tori.
Vegan Mungdal Bowl. Vegan Mungdal Bowl.
God, Johnny, just order what you want. Although he doesn't exactly eat vegetables, so this is gonna be ox. I wonder if these two actually like hung out before this. I feel like they must have, but it's just kind of cool.
Senior year. Must have been after the,
You got your face kicked in that time?
I'll have the vegan mung dal bowl with spiced carrots, turmeric cauliflower, and coconut yogurt.
and vegan.
Why did he make it sound so weird? If you're not vegan, don't pretend to be. You don't need to be. Although eating vegetables once in a while is good for you.
I feel like in this past year, there's been Tyler and Miguel and Robby, now back to
Amen.
Miguel. Seems like you're adding more drama to your life than you need. And just
Amen. Your daughter's messy.
Well, you can't handle a sip of beer? No, I just don't need a drink to pretend to be cool.
Exactly. Also, as a mother who's an addict, so rich, privileged kids are such a pain in the ass sometimes. Hey, we're both on probation. We should totally do more things that are illegal. Robby knows better, but I just feel so I can't even be mad at him. Some people just need to learn things the extraordinarily hard way.
I want to apologize.
Johnny Lawrence apologized.
He's growing,
Look, I
slowly, but growing.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate it. It's never too late to apologize for behavior that you recognize as being bad or inappropriate later.
the rules state anything above the waist is legal. Besides, you used that same kick in last year's tournament.
Right?
What else did Johnny tell you?
Yeah. Let's get the record straight. Although that's the thing when it comes to these types of things, right? Each person's going to have their own recollection of it and their own spin. And they're not necessarily wrong, but what you're thinking, how you're feeling, your experiences always color the way you remember things. So obviously, Johnny's going to make himself the hero of his story.
No way. You got it? Unreal.
Serious?
I hope it jumps up and bites every single one of you.
All that I knew is that he broke her radio. She was upset. I was being chivalrous.
But what about Halloween?
That was you, Johnny. That was you, Daniel.
Water hose was the least of it, believe me. And it was just sitting there. It was so teed up. Trust me, if you were in my shoes, you would have done the exact same.
As long as you admit.
Listen, I gotta meet up with Mom, okay? Do me a favor, just put the cover back on the car. And, keep the sparring to a minimum.
You are a nice dad. He's very evolved as a father, especially an Italian father. Not this music again. Are we going to golf and stuff? We're going to golf and stuff. The fact that the first movie did such a good job of branding moments with music is actually kind of scaring me now. But it also tells me how much I watched this movie. I think the likelihood that a place like Golf and Stuff would still be open is very low. Like, exactly the same, you know what I'm saying? Nostalgia only goes so far.
Get close.
Weren't you supposed to call Carmen or something?
Such a dork.
Oh, there we have a good one.
You know the girl you literally had sex with this morning? No? Okay.
I want to know more about Robby.
I don't know.
Yeah, he literally doesn't. Because he's never been around.
Smart. Too smart for his own good.
No such thing. Isn't that sad? That's literally all he knows about Robby, which is not even all accurate.
Hey, silver lining, you get to ditch Schwarber.
That's true. That's true.
But your kids don't, so maybe don't go too hard on that. Johnny, you snake. Now I know why you're a Cobra Kai. Don't you have a girlfriend? Sort of, not really.
Do you want to come? Save me from the boredom?
You sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, miss. Can you calm down? Barely divorced. The ink's not even dry. In fact, it's not even inked. She's separated.
What alliances?
Oh, you didn't hear? Diaz and that LaRusso girl. Yeah, they're working together.
I cannot believe this guy is gossiping like a 10-year-old. I would be bothered if my 70-plus-year-old sensei was talking about high school business with me. I'd be like, sir, do you not have a life? Why are you creeping around, you weirdo? Stay out of teen business. Like, ew.
Can we at least put on a Christmas special? I'd even watch that creepy one with the little elf dentist. Yeah, I'm that bored.
Two dojos are stronger than one. This is ridiculous. No, come on. Look, I know we've all done shitty things to each other.
Yeah, like break Dimitri's arm.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
guys started that fight.
After you almost got me fired.
He died. I wouldn't even attend your funeral.
This isn't gonna.
I love the little kids being so angry at each other. They even stop wearing glasses. They're cute. Oh, they're so cute. Ooh, Johnny in a suit. Oh, stop, Mr. Zatka. Hi. Hello. Stop, Johnny. Don't jump to conclusions.
Check it out.
You know Daniel's married.
Or never.
Happily. Of course, they have to end it on that touching note. Oh, man. Another great episode of Cobra Kai, Feel the Night. So we had this episode basically focusing on the reunion of Johnny with his first love, Allie. And I really love how this episode emphasized how basically the Karate Kid's antagonist was created out of this whole situation of both the boys having a thing for Allie and it just spinning up and completely out of control. And of course, we're seeing a little bit of that being mirrored with the kids, right? With Sam being the object of both Robby's and Miguel's affections. Although it's not really a triangle in this case, right? I mean, in the first movie, there was no real triangle, right? Allie had completely broken up with Johnny. She was done with him. He wasn't done with her, mind you, but, you know, she really was only showing any interest in Daniel, whereas in this kid's situation, it's a little bit messier. Sam did kind of show interest in both boys, although clearly her heart was with Miguel from the get-go. And like I said, you know, a few episodes back, like Robby was sadly very much a rebound, but again, back to Johnny and Allie. It was cute to see them reunite after all this time. As I was saying in the episode, it's kind of cool that these actors are still around and are able to kind of come back and have this moment. Because I think for both Billy and Elizabeth Shue, Karate Kid was their first major motion picture that they both ever acted in. So I think the movie has a very special place in their heart, along with, you know, the fact that it became the huge hit that it did. But it was great to see that. And I think that Johnny needed this because we saw, of course, in the beginning of the episode that Johnny, of course, was, you know, basking somewhat in his afterglow after his night with Carmen, somebody who he has been falling for since season 1, basically. But she asked him that question about whether or not he was willing to let his guard down or if she was the first person he let his guard down with in a while. And we know from the episode with the reunion of all the Cobra Kai that Johnny admitted that he has not let his emotional guard down with any woman since Allie because he felt like that situation played out so poorly that he was just a little too heartbroken to go there again. So, of course, that question, this new relationship budding with Carmen, of course, it's serendipitous that Allie is back in town for the holidays, visiting her parents since her kids are not with her, and Johnny is now going back to the very first love, the beginning of it all, the spark that changed his life, quite literally, from being the popular kid on top to being the kid who got kicked in the face and then what looked like a very terrible spiral downward from there. But this is kind of like a full circle moment for Johnny to see her again. And as I said in the episode, one of the things I loved about it was that he apologized to her. This was something that we heard him talk to Miguel about in season 1, where he explained that he realized a lot later after, you know, years of him and Allie being broken up, that he should have apologized to her over what they broke up over in the first place. And he should have done it a long time before. Like maybe they would have gotten back together if he'd apologized sooner. But the fact that he recognized that he was in the wrong and, you know, he made that apology to her, he didn't have to, right? A lot of people could have said, it was 30 years ago. You know, she clearly moved on. He didn't. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do it. But the fact that he did do it was really big of Johnny. And it shows that he is growing slowly but surely. And like I said, it's never too late to apologize for something that you knew you did wrong. Like even if it was 80 years ago, right? if you've lived that long, bless you. But you know what I'm saying? Like there's no time limit on feeling poorly about a situation you handled badly. And you can just, you know, that apology, while it may not necessarily be needed, it doesn't hurt. It definitely doesn't hurt. And you can see Allie really appreciated that. And it also helped her to see that Johnny has changed somewhat in the last 30 years and in a positive way. And I don't think that she would have been open to go like hang out at golf and stuff and have their little reminiscent time if Johnny was still the same, completely the same person as he was back then. So I think spending that time with Allie and just kind of having that, I guess you could say, second chance, but more so like a second chance to do things right, was really important for him to be able to move forward. And I think it's going to be helpful for him too, to know if the feelings he has for Carmen are genuine and if he's willing to move forward with her, or if he's really going to stay stuck emotionally and romantically with this whole situation in the past with Allie. So her coming back's a good thing. You know, now they're going to this party, which of course, you know, we already saw is going to start off a little bit of nonsense because he saw Daniel pop up there, but hopefully he knows that, you know, Daniel is married. There's nothing to worry about there. But of course, it's a little bit of a throwback to what happened, which started all this all those years ago. And then on the kid side, not as much. We just saw more of, you know, Robby unfortunately bonding with the Cobra Kai kids. He really needs this right now, unfortunately. It's all coming from the wrong places, but that sense of belonging is something that Robby's wanted since season 1, and he feels like he's lost it again. So it's not surprising that the Cobra Kai kids seem to be filling the gap at the moment. And on the other side, we saw that Sam and Miguel are fully back on. But like I said, we all knew that was coming. But I think it was really good. The sitting down with Daniel and Miguel, that's something they've never done since Sam dated him since season 1. Him and Miguel have never sat down and actually just had a conversation. But it's a good thing that they did have it, because thankfully, you know, Daniel's default is typically being very rational and calm. And the fact that he was able to have that conversation with Miguel and withhold his judgments and not say anything too crazy and just actually talk to him and get, you know, his side of the story as far as what he believed from Johnny's story about him, and then, you know, him filling in the gaps based on what he believed. I think that was a really good moment for all of them, and it was good for, I think, especially for Miguel. I mean, Miguel always didn't, you know, he always thought that Mr. LaRusso wasn't all evil the way that Johnny portrayed him, but hearing it from the horse's mouth and having that experience, I think, really helped to finally level things out in Miguel's mind as far as this whole feud and where it comes from. But I think it was also very necessary for Daniel to hear from Miguel that, you know, maybe you have Johnny figured out wrong. Like, maybe you haven't looked at his side of the story in this whole situation after all these 30 years. And maybe if you did, you'd realize you two are much more similar than not, even in the fact that you both were in love with the same girl. Right. So I really like that. This is a really good episode for tying up a few things and really kind of building a few, or starting the building and the construction on some bridges that clearly need to be built as far as everyone concerned in this situation. So again, great episode, fun to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.